What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Queen Bee Ink, also known as Elisheba Israel Mrozik, and I am here with a new episode of The Honey Dip, where we dip into ink, culture, community, and connection through the ancient sacred art of tattooing. This series is a little bit different. We're exploring music, cities, Inkspirations, why people got their ink, how important the tattoo experience is for someone. Why is ink a part of your life story? Come on with me as we go and get into people's tattoos. What's up, my brother?
What up, my sister?
Will you tell me your name?
My name's Eric Nymore.
Awesome. Eric, what do you do?
So I'm a illustrator, I'm a teacher, I'm an author, I'm a Super Saiyan.
Super Saiyan E.
Yes.
To be exact. Okay.
That's me.
Tell me about your tattoos.
All right, so I don't know how many I have. I got a ton of tattoos, but the majority of my tattoos are nerd related, anime related, because that's a huge part of like who I am. Like I'm a huge nerd, I'm into anime, so I try to encompass that with a lot of my tattoos.
Okay, pop culture for the win. I also am a gamer sleeve over here.
Yeah,
I love video games. It's such a part of my experience growing up and being myself as an artist.
Yeah.
Tell me about how your ink inspires your work as an artist.
I mean, it goes hand in hand, you know, like Sonic the Hedgehog. Like that's one of my favorite characters. I grew up playing Sonic. I still like Sonic, and I also like Dragon Ball Z. So I did a mashup of Sonic and Dragon Ball Z called a Super Sonic, and I made it a sticker, I made it a pin, so it's like something I encompass. I'm a mashup artist, I'm a anime artist, and just put them all together.
Do you have any crazy stories about any of your tattoos?
I think nothing crazy. Well, you know what, the first tattoo I ever got, I got it when I was like 15, and the guy did it, he used a guitar string.
Oh.
Butchered me, like tore out my whole hand. It's like, bro, it's nothing but mush. And my mom seen it, and then she's like, what is that, like on your arm, you know, because you're not supposed to get tattoos when you're 15.
Right.
So that's probably the wildest story, you know. And
I got you.
Yeah.
You learned a valuable lesson though, didn't you?
Yeah, it got infected. It's like,
oh, no.
Don't get tattoos in somebody's house with a guitar string, you know.
Don't do it. It's a real thing. And cover-ups cost more.
Yes, yeah, I tried covering it up and it still didn't work. It still looked like a blob no matter how many times I tried to cover it up.
Do you feel like your tattoos connect you with something bigger than yourself?
Oh, I mean, most definitely. I think it shows out my inner nerd, and when I meet other fellow nerds that have anime or geek type of tattoos, we got that rapport. I mean, that's how we met. You know, we're showing off our Chrono Trigger tattoos. Like, what you know about Chrono Trigger? What you know about Chrono Trigger?
What you know about Chrono Trigger?
And then we showing off our tattoos.
G's know Chrono Trigger.
You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely. All right. Show us your favorite tats.
Okay, I got a couple.
Don't strip too wild now.
Yeah, we got Monkey D. Luffy. Got that back in 2010 when I started being real big into One Piece. I got his wanted poster, his first wanted poster. I got some more One Piece ones here. I got Zoro.
Oh, Zoro.
His wanted poster. Nirvana. Actually got that from one of your artists in your shop.
Shout out One Drop Ink.
One Drop Ink. I got a little Sukuna tattoo right there. Jujutsu Kaisen. I got Miles Morales, the best Spider-Man, and yeah, just a lot of tattoos like that. I got a one-up because, you know, every day is a level up for me, so yeah, just a lot of that.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Eric.
Yeah, appreciate the opportunity.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Carmel Bailey. I am here today to get, I don't even know which number of session that we're on at this point, but it's one of my mini sessions on a back piece that I had started out a few years ago, I believe, at this point. I think it was the beginning of the pandemic, but so much has changed since then. So I know that me and Elisheba have a lot to catch up on. So the piece that we're doing today, I know here recently we've both got into a lot of ancestral like digging into roots and getting rooted in who we are as Black women.
So, Carmel, let's talk about motherhood first. Let's go there, okay?
Okay.
We can hop in with the tough stuff.
Man, people get so surprised I'm a mom too.
Yeah, because of all the tattoos, maybe.
Man.
And then that stereotype of, Black people not being able to get whatever colors or get heavily tattooed and looking quote unquote ratchet or hood in some way. Yes. And when they see, a professional, an entrepreneur who is also a Black woman and a mother, what? Did the heads be about to explode?
Scary.
Can't believe it. It's possible.
I had that conversation once at a community event. I don't know if we shared a tent somehow or these volunteers were helping. They were with a dental school. And they were telling these kids because we were doing the fake tattoos, the press-on tattoos, the kids were like, I'm gonna have all these tattoos when I get older. They was just really going in on some imaginative shit.
Yeah.
And the nursing students were well, you can't get tattoos here. They just started shutting down all these different ideas because of placements and things like that. And I was like, well, that's not true. They were saying things, the cliche shit, you won't be able to get a job if you have tattoos on your arms or just visible in general. But,
the most basic places.
But I work in corporate America as well. As being an entrepreneur, I feel like I've defied a lot of stereotypes, but also continue to just kind of create new ideas, execute new ideas, as they come up as well. So I'm glad that I get to be around a lot of creatives at the same time, while I get to grow into the person that I am. It feels so interesting.
And that is another reason,
a whole lot of stereotypes too.
Oh my goodness, but that's another reason though. You talking about that community right quick, and how being around creatives helps foster that creativity, right? So it's also really about the people you're around. If you're around people who are community driven, who are creative, the
conversation changes so much.
Yeah, it does. It changes from one of corporatism and consumerism to one of action and change, hopefully, And the conversation changed so much, especially, I think that's why I like being at 100 Taylor. Kind of just mostly occupying that space. Aside from the stuff we've experienced, kind of just in the starting phases, being around a lot of creatives that look very different, and being able to really create actually in different ways. I get to create with plants. I get to be out there. There's some Saturday, Sunday mornings I'll just go out there and I'll just start doing some woodwork just because those are things that obviously my corporate America job won't allow. Right.
But also it's very unique. But also spray painting or I mean, shoot, half the time, when I'm doing, projects or working on workshops, the workshops that we do with, NNAC, and the one that we want to do with Charmin, with Creative Girls Rock.
Yes, another boss.
Yeah, so doing a lot of collaborations. I've met a lot of really cool businesses there at 100 Taylor as well, and we've talked a lot about how we want to open up that space to stay there for as long as possible because it's in Germantown in North Nashville.
So let me hop in right quick because for those of you who may not know about 100 Taylor, I'll start off and we'll give a little backstory on that. This is what I mean by jumping around. Yeah. So
it makes sense. It's all inclusive. It's all inclusive.
It's a conversation. Yeah. But 100 Taylor is a awesome space here in Germantown in Nashville that has actually affordable spaces for creative businesses, nonprofits. Small entrepreneurs doing all kind of things from music to pottery to painting to photography. There's a wide gamut in that space. And my nonprofit, the North Nashville Arts Coalition, has a space in there that used to be my former studio space that I'm donating towards the nonprofit use so that we can help amplify these local Black creatives. And it's a small space, but right now, Carmel has her business, Creative Leafery. The Junebug Evolutions, that wonderful thing I was telling y'all about called Planterior Design, where she does a lot of creative work, not only with the plants, but with the pots and the hangings and the designing of the space to fit that. And so we also have another one of our members, Jericho Ross, in there, who is starting a creative t-shirt and screen printing company out of that space. And so it's doing exactly what it's supposed to do, and that is to help small creative businesses get off their feet with very, very affordable rates. And we're hoping to expand that on a very large scale. So that's what 100 Taylor is. And so you can continue. Just wanted to give a little background about that.
Yeah, one of the reasons why 100 Taylor is so cool, being able to bring in young Black entrepreneurs in a space that we've never seen in many ways. We have seen it, like the Faces of North Nashville, like that exhibit. It kind of reminded me a lot of the spaces that have existed in the way that North Nashville has existed with Black people over the years. Being able to see, so like one of like R&R Liquors, my mom, my stepmom, my dad's wife, her family, like that's a business that's been around for generations, and being able to see like their story or hear their story as well, and seeing that displayed in that exhibit right in 100 Taylor, right in North Nashville, like it's and being able
super
to get that,
accessible to the community. So not only you have to go to a museum or someplace that's out of reach for a lot of people, it's right there.
It's a whole retail space.
And it's still in North Nashville.
So the cool thing about the gallery itself is that, like, because 100 Taylor isn't just like art, it's retail as well. So you have getting into like that exhibit, then going into like Cashville, etc. That's the Black-owned business that curated that exhibit. But being able to collab with them, so like Junebug Evolutions, for example, we were able to collab by putting in some plant installations in that space and being able to bring out the life, if you will, because the exhibit itself is about life in North Nashville, the Black community, being able to have a business there, for one, it makes me feel like I have a little bit more real estate in the space. You know, still leasing, not owning, but that's the long-term goal, is to be able to own and have stability for our culture, for sure. Bringing our kids into those spaces as well, being able to own their own, you know, kind of own their own skills, their own personalities. My son, for one, is like most Black boys aren't able to get exposed to like art curators in their element, like just because like he's just, you know, bopping around the hallway, just like, what
and
are
he
you?
gets to run into Black male curators,
all that shit,
PSV store, Mike Ewing.
Shoot, even at I guess even getting into the art creatives he's been around, Dojo's one of them.
So listen,
he's a lot.
Quick backstory.
NAC has brought a lot of people around him.
Absolutely.
In collaboration with 100 Taylor. So we could talk a lot about 100 Taylor, but the North Nashville Art Coalition is the kind of piece, the puzzle piece, that the glue that ties a lot of this back together as well.
Hi Ashley, I'm Elisheba.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So just tell me about any of your ink.
Okay, so I actually just got them when I turned 30. I'm 32.
Teen. I didn't get my first one until I was 27. So.
Okay. So I told myself I wasn't going to live my 30s like I lived my 20s. And I went through something. And this one says, this too shall pass. So it was the reason I got this one. I kind of was a little rebellious too. This one is, you're different is you're beautiful.
Yes.
And I got that because I do feel like I'm different, and everyone's different their own way.
Yes.
So my different is my beautiful. And another one that I got is right here. Says don't forget to love yourself.
Yes.
So yeah, and I got another one. this one too.
Oh, that's nice.
God is within her and she will not fail. So, yeah, that's why I got my tattoos. I love them, and yeah.
Affirmations are important, and sometimes like you can't always carry something with you, but you carry your body with you
Very much
everywhere.
so,
And
very
every
much
day
so.
you have to look at yourself in the mirror, and those affirmations can be the thing you need to get through that day,
Yeah.
to get through that trial.
Yeah.
Tattoos are really important like that, and I really enjoy doing tattoos that have a meaning to somebody that can help them through their life journey.
Yeah, so they speak.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. So tell me your name.
I'm Ade.
How you doing, Ade?
I'm great. How are you today?
Awesome, awesome. Tell us about your ink. You got some dope ones.
Thank you. So this is one of the first tattoos I got. It is a statue, specifically the Benin bronze statue. These were some things taken from the Benin Kingdom by the British. I'm half Nigerian, so I got it to kind of commemorate my history, my culture. And yeah, this other one is an hourglass. Might be able to tell, but there's like a little sun in there.
Yes.
But one of my favorite quotes is "Seize the day," and so this is my reminder to do that. Time is gonna run out, so yeah.
Sure do. I really love the intention behind
Thank
that, and
you.
especially for Black people, a connection with our history
Absolutely.
that is truly our history is really important when I think it comes to body art for us.
Absolutely.
Because we get symbols of other cultures on us
All the
without
time.
knowing our own path.
Got our own, absolutely.
Exactly.
And I can say, like in Nigeria, tattooing and even body markings, over time, those were traditional practices.
Yeah.
But with all that we know that has gone on, they changed, and a lot of that has been demonized. And so for me, having the privilege of living here in America, I'm like, it's my duty to try to finish that tradition.
Yes.
So this is the start of me trying to honor my culture. I'm actually getting a sleeve next week. So
Awesome.
hopefully we'll do more.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, good luck on
Thank
that.
you. I love what y'all are doing.
Thank you.
Thank you
Well,
so
make sure you
much.
follow Queen Bee Ink.
Queen Bee Ink.
And eat
I've been wanting to get tatted there. Right. I love this. Yes.
My very first tattoo from you was like his, it wasn't of him, but it was like a mom-son collaboration, I guess. I don't even know.
Just
It's
know a
minimalism-
motherhood tattoo,
minimalism.
mama and
Yeah.
child.
I
Something
didn't
that I
want.
do not do anymore. Minimalism.
I know, right?
No
I had to get that really early on, but or like I slided in with one of these tattoos. Like, can you just like do this thing on my thumb? Like, it's just like, I guess. But I just, gosh, it's been so long at the original building for One Drop Ink. But being
Yes.
able to be here in this space kind of independently, it's definitely got a lot of the, because we talked so much about tattoos early on. Like a lot of our conversations, we pull up and like this was probably the last piece that we did where like we were just like sitting and talking about nothing really. Except like the way that a tattoo would look. Like that was kind of just the way our conversations would really spark.
Up until you started volunteering. Like
For
when you
sure.
started coming out to the different stuff.
The
And
getting
the
involved in the
actors-
community and being able to see just kind of different opportunities we had on, it's not like it takes up most of your time.
No.
Especially during the pandemic, we had a lot of opportunity to see like just to venture out to, I don't want to call it a hobby because I think a lot of people call things a hobby, but hobbies can be inconsistent. And I think that having something that we can really tie into and give ourselves roots to, creating the village that we always talk about,
Right.
you know, really doing the shit that we say that we're about. Because even like being at 100 Taylor, for example, representing NNAC in a community capacity, in a physical capacity that's tangible to the community where people can show up. I've met a lot of people from like different areas of North Nashville, different parts of Nashville who were just like, yo, I got this going on. This one dude who makes custom action figures.
Oh.
He can do like, you just give him like a
3D
paste.
printing or something?
Yeah, 3D printed.
That's
and I was
cool.
like, yo, can we get you in here? Like because he saw Carson's action figures on the stairs. Like he was just fucking sit around. I think he was asleep. Like bro, just like Carson would be passed out. But either way, people like will walk into that space and they'll see plants, they'll see art. But
They'll
there's
see all that
different things,
creative energy, the vibe in there is
and
fire.
and no one ever has a word for it. I call it planterior design. But
It's a vibe.
it's the
It's a
the
vibe.
feng shui.
That's it.
It's a vibe, but it's the stuff that we've always You know, it's in our roots, like body modifications in our roots. You know, gardening, botany,
Caring for.
like all that shit, like caring, like the as Black women, we get into just something that we can cultivate, having end results. As the kind of people that we are, the generation that we are, we like instant gratification. Plants give that. I think tattoos do as well. I think that's what makes me like able to sit through like the pain when I can. I'm just like, yo, I never know how I sit through it. People are just like, how do you sit for like, how long was that session?
I don't know.
Ain't no telling.
We be talking and I look up and the clock says
I know,
a million.
right? See, back when Carson was little, back when our kids were little, I think having a babysitter for like long periods of time was, I don't know if it was easier, but like now that our kids want to like not be underneath one person's thumb, they just want to be their own people.
Yes, they really do.
But
They do.
I'm like, you gotta be in one place at one time. I think it's because Carson's 10. With Kasumi, what did you? Because she rode the bus for a while. Like she just
like
was
she
like,
rode
she was
the
pretty
city
mobile
bus.
for a minute.
Because
I'm
I've
like, what
always
was that
been
age?
all over the place, and tattooing did not
Yeah.
help with that.
I think
It made me less available to move because I would be tattooing and because I'm not a morning person. And also because when I first started, all I knew about the tattoo industry was night people, trying to get people out late. You know, it was not
for sure.
as popular
We
as
had
it is
some
now.
late nights because it would be. I would just walk in expecting to leave at like 2 a.m.
Right.
Like we got families now. Like we can't just be like, yo, I'm gonna show up whenever. I feel like I was always
Working, man.
that
so
was
much.
a trade off. That's
But
why
what
I feel
was
like it made it
working for, right?
easier. I feel like it made it easier to like do like those sleepovers
Yeah.
kind of thing. Like just
Yeah.
to be able to get the little. For me, it was getting tattoos. I think for other people, it's just a different time and different times of the night, different times. Everyone's hustling for the next thing.
Yeah.
But now, we still got tattoos, you know, as a commonality, but all these other projects feel like they're at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, I am always so grateful for just the things I am and the opportunities I have that I feel it would be an injustice to not give back to not only the neighborhood that helped me become successful, because people weren't flying in from everywhere at first, you know, like
Man, when I
people
started
came
hearing
from down the street, fam,
people was
around the corner in the projects.
being at the was the second location for One Dropping, and there was people that would be like pulling up from like Australia, and I would just be like, they would be like, we saw this on Google, like we saw the Google result. I'm just like,
Crazy.
man, like it was just so many people that wanted tattoos at one point that like, I'm just like, how do you have time? But even then, so like all the projects you do, on top of taking time to tattoo people, like, you know, the regulars and people who are just like, yo, I got this idea and I got this idea. But then you also have, I think you told me once, you're like, I must be a unicorn. I'm like, yo, you fucking are.
It's so weird.
Your ability to like manage hustle culture is top tier.
You know what though?
It's top tier.
It's not good.
It's
though.
not
That's
good,
one
though.
thing that I have been working on myself, is trying to unplug from that brain, you know.
Because the
frying.
balance, right?
Yeah, something's gonna suffer somewhere, right?
So I think that's one thing we have to accept first. You know, there's balance. Like there's nothing is completely great all the time.
Do you get reactions when you go to like his school or things like that with all of your tattoos, especially if it's summertime?
Easily. I get some looks. I think it's usually when I wear fewer clothes. When I wear clothes, people can't tell I have tattoos.
Right. You just
especially
look
like that's what I mean. I guess the reason why I can get through a lot of corporate America now, I'm pretty tatted. So when I say I have to be covered, like we're talking fall, winter. That's probably why I got that job.
You only got.
I'm
You was
qualified.
covered up.
I'm qualified. Okay, in IT. But yes, like there are most times, like when I get an interview or whatever in the winter time, I'm usually gonna get hired because, granted, there are a lot of stigmas with it. I've defied a lot of stereotypes because, I know in the IT world, there's a lot of acceptance of the way that people look because they don't have to be visible. So that's one reason why IT is a very stable career. it's the reason why they're hoarding it a lot. Like, and when I say they, I mean like there's just so many corporations, so many, like I work in healthcare, IT. Like there's so many organizations that hoard the concepts of what IT looks like and the things that they are get accepted in corporate America as well. But even talking about corporate America, like I balance so much of what I learned, like presentations and shit, to being able to do entrepreneurial type tasks. So I feel like I took a lot from like my experience as undergrad, experience in corporate America. But I feel like life is about growth. It's not about doing something like one kind of way for a long time.
It has to be about growth. If you're not growing, what you doing?
Yeah, we forget that.
You
like,
dying, fam.
When you be telling me about like, you know, you going to sail a boat, I'm just like some of the times I don't flex off of shit you do, but I can be like, yo, my tattoo artist doing this because it and that. Like,
flex off of my shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's like, yo, we went to Italy and we won this award. I didn't do this tattoo, but like, yo, we Italian. You know, we're international award winners. Fuck you mean? But
fuck you mean?
Like you gotta add that. Like, and then people, like when we go to conventions, people will be like, "Oh, she was on BET." I'm like, "Yes, she was." Yes. So just the same, like being able to go into so many different spaces. I learned a lot of that through like the tattoo shit. But just the same, like everything changes. Like people. Through the tattoos is how I met you, but it's weird. You've changed so much over the years too. You go so many places. I think people and they forget that you tattoo when you go to most of these places too.
The other places, yeah, but here is all tattoos.
Yeah, see,
it's all everybody wants.
That's all people want.
I'm okay with it. You know, I get it.
What
I definitely
kind of
love it.
Would you want? I mean,
well,
you get the sailing and everything. But
tattooing is just not something that you can do forever. I mean, your body, is going to tell you when they want you to stop, right? And I don't want to have issues with my back or my hands and things like that.
Is that very common?
Yeah, for sure. With tattooers, I mean, think about it. Especially now, we have these machines which allow us to be more mobile. But the original jumps with the cord, you like this, fam, and you getting in there, you getting them crispy lines, and you might not have all the great software.
You've been put onto so much shit.
Dude,
There's a lot of tattooers who will be like they want to tattoo their whole life.
Yeah.
And they don't, like, even just going, like, seeing some of the new guys getting into it and being able to talk to them about, like, they're like, oh, you got to try this machine. Like, how was it? Like, being able to see them, like, get into, like, something that they, I guess, is their outlet. Mm-hmm. It is different. I feel like it's something to be said about all of the different aspects. I like that you're multifaceted, though, because the fine art,
my mind moves too fast to be stuck on one thing, honey. I can't.
I've learned a lot about you through fine art, too.
I do a lot of self-work on the fine art tip because tattooing is a service, right? So I can do designs and things like that may have some meaning for me or may be some of that, but at the same time, I have to think about who I'm putting it on, right? I can't just be out here putting anything on anybody. That's irresponsible of me as a tattooer, in my opinion. You know, some people, they don't necessarily care, whatever. It's a job, it's a business, and that's also fine. But for me, my personality and who I am doesn't allow me to give out energy that's not, for somebody. I'm supposed to be here doing this thing for you, and I'm giving you a piece of art for your life. Not too many people give things that can last someone their life. Transformation and growth. If we not growing, we dying, y'all. Tattoos will be with us forever. So getting ink that symbolizes your journey and the growth that you've experienced as a human, living life and dealing with the struggles and challenges that come your way is a great way to remind yourself that every day is a new day. And remind yourself just how far you've come. Because when things are tough, sometimes it's not that easy to see the growth and to see the change. This has been another episode of The Honey Dip, Music City Inspirations. I'll see you on the next one.